Yo, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to another video here on the channel. In today's video, we've got an announcement, haven't we, to make, Maze?
Oh, we do have a very
important announcement. So, obviously you would have guessed already by the title, but we're going to Orlando, Florida, aren't we?
Oh, we are. Like you say,
Next week.
I know. Yeah. Like you say, we've never been there on the channel, but we have been there once before off of the channel quite a few years ago. So it'll be really good to get back and see all the new attractions, because I imagine quite a lot's been done, hasn't it, Miss, since we last went?
That's it. It's been almost 10 years since we last went, actually. So a lot has definitely going to have changed, and in today's video we're basically just going to explain the whole basically rundown of where we're going and which parks we're going to first, because in total we are going to visit 12 theme parks, which include Universal, Disney and SeaWorld. So yeah, we're just going to go through it all and basically give you a whole rundown and speak about a bit of the parks and see basically what's changed since we last went, almost 10 years ago now. So we are actually currently filming outside as well, in the garden, aren't we?
Oh, we are.
So you might hear some background noise, maybe. Hopefully not too much. The wind shield is on, but it is slightly windy. But then again, it is nice as well. So it's gonna be good to film it in a different location anyway. But it's been a while actually since I last sat down and filmed a video. We've just been doing those vlogs, haven't we?
We have, yeah. I mean,
Getting
to
out
be
to those
fair,
parks.
like you say, I don't usually do these types of videos anyway, so it is definitely a bit of a different one for me today.
So starting off with Universal, and the first part we're going to be visiting on the trip is Universal Orlando Resort. So Universal is broken down into two basically sections. One bit's just Universal Orlando Resort, the other side is Islands of Adventure. So we're just going to be speaking about the first part first, Universal Studios, where the Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket is, and that's basically one of the main coasters there. I think the Islands of Adventure has got slightly more coasters now, but Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket, can't wait to get back on that.
I know, I do remember when we went on that and we was listening to some absolute banging tunes last time. So that'll be a good one to get back and see if they actually still have the same playlist as last time. What was it we was listening to, Miss? It was...
Well, I think I put on I Will Survive.
Yeah,
so
that's the one. I think I just had some
I just basically
random
picked
stuff on.
I just basically picked anything because like sort of 10 years ago now, that was basically the biggest coaster I'd literally been on. So it was definitely quite scary actually for me 10 years ago. But yeah, looking forward to getting back on it. So that's why last time as well I literally just picked the first song that came up, because I wasn't looking
To be fair,
set off straight away as well.
I was trying to have a look what there was, but I just did not know what I was doing, so I just ended up listening to some random stuff. Can't even remember what it was.
A lot of indoor attractions actually at this park, and the Mummy Returns is there, which I do remember going in that one last time.
That is one of the rides that I do remember going on, and from what I remember it was quite good, but my memory is a bit faded. It was quite a while ago, so it'd be good to get back on that. I'm sure when we're going on it, it'll be like, oh, I remember this part and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, and then we've got Despicable Me there as well. We've got Shrek 4D. We've got, well, pretty much a lot of it is indoor attractions. You've got the Men in Black ride there as well. Transformers the ride 3D. So definitely a lot of indoor attractions over sort of the outdoor attractions at this park. But looking forward to it, and I'm definitely going to say for this park, the ride I'm most looking forward to is Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket and getting back on that, and seeing as well the new sort of attractions what have been there since we last went. So park number 2 is going to be on day number 2 of our trip, and it's going to be the other, basically to continuing on from Universal over onto the other side, Islands of Adventure. Now I think this park is probably the one I'm most probably looking forward to, just because since we last went, Velocicoaster has been built there. So I think out of all the rides, that's probably the one I'm most looking forward to, Velocicoaster. It's got really good reviews, like everyone's saying it's basically one of the best coasters out there. So gotta say, looking forward to that. And obviously getting back on the Hulk as well, because that has actually been retracked since we last went as well, so it's going to be looking pretty fresh.
Yeah, I do remember the Hulk being one of the good ones. So yeah, we'll be quite looking forward to getting back on that one. Bit of a blast from the past.
Yeah, and when we went as well last time, Dueling Dragons with like the inverted coasters there, but that has actually been replaced now by a new Harry Potter ride, which is Hagrid's motorbike adventure, I believe. So that's going to be a new coaster as well at the park for us. And Maze, your free fall towers.
Yes.
I didn't go on them last time.
No,
Because I still don't really go in them now, to be fair. So.
I did go on it last time. I believe that one's where it shoots up from the bottom. So I don't think it's actually as bad as it looks. I think the more scary ones are when they take you to the top and then drop you. But like I say, from what I can remember, that one shoots you up from the bottom. So it's like you just get the adrenaline boost there like straight away, and then that's it really, rather than building up the suspense. But yeah, can't wait to get back on that one. Love the drop towers.
Skull Island, which is King Kong, and I don't think that was there last time. Can't really remember King Kong there last time. So look forward to getting on that. Obviously, there is the whole world of Harry Potter as well there, so that's always good to see the castle as well, and inside of there. So yeah, plenty of attractions at that one, but definitely Velocicoaster is the one I'm most looking forward to out of them all. What about you?
Yeah, well,
Maze?
to be honest, I'm actually really intrigued about this Harry Potter ride, because it's supposed to be like a really expensive coaster, and that's supposed to be really good, so I think I'm probably most looking forward to seeing what that one's about.
Yeah, I mean, when that first opened, that reached like queues of like 3 hours long, so hopefully it won't be that long when we go, but if it is, then I suppose we're just going to do it.
Yeah, well, it must be good. If it was to still be 3 hours, it must be a really good coaster. So,
all right. So the next park, the third park we're going to, is actually a water park. So there is a few water parks in the trip actually. However, one is closed at the moment, which is Blizzard Beach. So whether that will reopen when we're there, or if it doesn't, then we'll be missing that. But if it does, then we could be getting up to 13 parks, basically. The third park will finish off Universal, and it's Universal's Volcano Bay. So we didn't actually do this last time because it did open in 2017, Volcano Bay. When we last went, it was Wet and Wild, wasn't it?
Yes, I do remember Wet and Wild. So, like I say, the whole new park, water park, not been this one yet, so we can just have a bit of the chart on the lounges and see what this one has in store for us. Probably a lot more updated than Wet and Wild.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the theming and stuff at Wet and Wild was, it wasn't too great, was it? To be fair,
I think you could tell
I'd been there quite a while, basically. But Volcano Bay is actually basically around this massive, huge volcano in the middle. So I'll put some pictures up on screen for you anyway to have a look at. But the theming looks really, really good for this water park. So I can't wait to get to it and basically see the theming and also the slides that it has on offer. Does look like it's got a couple of major slides on offer.
Yeah, I suppose you've probably just left room for development because it's still a very new park, so there probably will be more in the future, but we just won't be getting on them in a week's time, or just over a week's time.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, that is the third park and the first water park we're going to be getting to on the trip, and that is Universal's Volcano Bay. So that basically is it for Universal. We probably might get a revisit in obviously off camera if we can do, if we got enough time, because we are going to leave like a few days in, a couple of days sort of in between some of the parks, just so we're not basically doing like 12 back to back. So that is Universal, and next we move on to Disney. So moving on to the Disney part of the trip now, and the first Disney part we're going to get to is Disney's Magic Kingdom. So this, I remember from Magic Kingdom when we went last time. Obviously we've got Space Mountain there, which is the major sort of indoor roller coaster there. And then we've got Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, which is basically like their sort of version of like a runaway mine train sort of ride, and also a lot of indoor attractions as well at Disney, because they always like their indoor attractions at Disney, to be fair, based on all the different Disney films and things like that basically. But Maze, what you most looking forward to in Magic Kingdom?
Well,
if you remember much from it last
yeah,
time.
like you say, probably just Space Mountain. I remember that one, going inside for that one, and I'm assuming a lot of the rides are indoor because it's easier to film inside. I mean, not film. It's easier to theme inside than outside. So I imagine it'd be a much bigger job to theme the outside. So that's probably why a lot of them are indoor. But yeah, from last time I do remember Space Mountain briefly, not fully. So we're good to get back on that.
Good to get back on it for a recap. And I believe as well at Magic Kingdom they have like fireworks and stuff at the end of the day, and I think they sort of had a little bit of a parade as well last time, so that'd be good to check out as well. But one good thing about Disney is they do let you film on ride footage, so I am going to be taking the GoPro with me, and as well obviously I've got the camera as well in case I need to film on that, and I don't have to use the GoPro. But I think on obviously majority of the thrill rides it will be like the roller coasters, you will have to wear the GoPro mounted to you, but on like the ones what are going to take you around, I can probably just use the phone camera. So it's going to be good because we don't really do on-ride POVs actually on the channel, do we?
No, and hopefully with that GoPro acquired, you can get a few more, some of the theme parks that allow it, as in around the UK when we go. So
that's it. But yeah, definitely Space Mountain I'm looking forward to. But we do have like the Buzz Lightyear ride as well there, which I remember from last time, and the Monsters Inc. Scare Floor as well, which is also an indoor attraction. So yeah, look forward to getting back at Magic Kingdom, because obviously as well the theming there is great with a huge castle centerpiece in the middle, like when you're walking up the main street into the park. So that is the first Disney park we're going to be visiting on our trip. Continuing on from Disney then, we are going to Disney's Animal Kingdom next, and that's going to be our 5th theme park. From last time, obviously it is home to Expedition Everest, which definitely is one I'm most looking forward to getting on, because that coaster last time was probably one of my favourite ones at Disney.
And yeah, and I think that's one of the most memorable rides as well, because I actually pretty much remember exactly what happens on that ride for the most part. And I think we got a few re-rides on that last time, didn't we, Miss? So
yeah, it didn't actually seem to have much of a queue compared to some of the other rides, which was surprising, but it didn't seem as busy, I don't think, the park, all in all, than to some of the other ones. Obviously Magic Kingdom is the most visited out of the Disney parks, so that's always very, very busy. But yeah, Animal Kingdom, we've got Expedition Everest, we've got the dinosaur ride, which I do remember from last time, but I don't remember the Avatar ride from last time, so probably that's new, I assume it is. But another thrill ride, we've got the River Rapids as well there, so definitely a good park to get to. The theming was very good last time as well, especially with Expedition Everest. The theming all around the mountain, weren't it? It was like taking you up there.
Yeah, it was like, I feel like on the Mountain Everest, it was very building up with suspense, because I feel like it was a bit of a slow train lift as well, and you just went kind of really long Like we didn't go like up like vertical. It was like just like a really long piece of uphill track.
Yeah.
So yes, so that one.
And we will be
Definitely
able to get
most
on-ride
looking forward
footage
to.
on that one as well. So, yeah, be able to take you along with us actually on the ride as well. So that is our 5th park, Disney's Animal Kingdom. So for park number 6, it's another Disney park again, and it is Epcot. So from last time, there has been a new ride there, which is Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. So we're looking forward to basically what that entails, because a lot of them actually at Epcot as well are indoors, aren't they?
Yeah, like you say,
Pretty much all of them at Epcot are
basically
indoors.
Disney love the
Yeah.
indoor attractions.
So it's good that you can film actually as well on ride, because if you couldn't, then
We'd just be getting buildings and stuff.
yeah.
But it is a nice change because over here all the rides seem to be outdoors, so you know, got a lot of indoor rides to look forward to.
I'm talking about buildings. Epcot has that huge centerpiece building, doesn't it?
It does. I remember
Which
that one.
basically like fills quite a lot of the park and is definitely a good photo opportunity for anyone who goes there. We've also got rides like Test Track as well. They are mainly the thrill rides there, Mission Space as well. So yeah, Epcot, park number 6.
Yes.
Whole trip. Park number
Park number
6.
6.
Park number 7 then, we're going to be getting back to Hollywood Studios, which we did do last time as well. So a couple of the rides I remember from there is mainly Tower of Terror at the Twilight Zone, so there is that one. And also the Rock and Roll roller coaster, which is a launched coaster which is indoors. Maze, what about you? What are you looking forward to getting to?
Yeah, to be honest, probably the Tower of Terror. I do remember the Rock and Roll launch coaster as well. Them two. I mainly remember them two.
Them two mainly stand out, I
Yeah.
think, to the others. However, since we last went as well, the whole new Toy Story Land has opened up there. So we've got a new roller coaster, Slinky Dog Dash.
Can't wait to have a look around the Toy Story Land. Have been watching Toy Story recently. It's always a good watch.
Always a good one.
It is.
Probably the best Disney film, isn't it, I suppose?
Yeah.
Animated
Yeah.
Disney film.
Yeah. I remember when I was last at this park, it was a very bad day. It was a lot of rain. So hopefully this time we get a better day. But yeah, can't wait to have a look at everything new.
Yeah. Toy Story Land as well. I have seen some clips from it and it does look very, very well themed. So look forward to checking out all the new additions and getting back on the Rock and Roll roller coaster as well as the Tower of Terror at the Twilight Zone. Park number 8 is going to be another water park, the second water park actually on the trip, which is Disney's Typhoon Lagoon. So unless actually the other one opens up as well, Blizzard Beach, which is currently closed at the moment. Blizzard Beach was basically all sort of iced themed, like with loads of snow, weren't it? I think Summit Plummet was there,
It was. I
which was
remember
the
going
main
on that
ride
one.
I remember from there. But we're going to Typhoon Lagoon because that is closed. We would be going to that one as well if it was open, so fingers crossed it may open. But normally what they do, if one opens, they close another one for refurbishment. So Typhoon Lagoon is where we're going. And from what I remember last time from this one, it had that huge wave pool, didn't it? Where every so often it would fire out huge waves and basically wipe everyone out. I remember that.
Yeah, and then wave pools can be very deadly, especially if you're sort of not too deep but not too shallow, so you just sort of get absolutely wiped out. Yeah. So you better be, and I say the deeper the better with those kind of pools, because they just hover straight over the waves.
But as well, theming it, the water parks are always sort of exceptional, and it is for this one. It's basically all tropical themed, and there's a massive selection of slides and attractions there. So, second water park on the trip, and final Disney visit, that one.
Yeah, and we definitely are going to be making the most of the relaxation time at the water park as well after all the theme parks.
Yeah.
It'll be very
After
tight.
all
It's
that
going to be nice. Just
all
have
them
have a
steps.
bit of a lazy river and a bit of a chill out at the water parks, and then until we get straight back to the theme parks.
So the ninth park on our trip is at SeaWorld, and actually just loading it up then and looking at all the new attractions, there's loads. Like there's loads of roller coasters at this one, so quite could possibly be another one, which I'm probably most looking forward to getting to. I didn't actually know there were that many coasters that had opened since we last went, to be fair.
No, it definitely looks like there's a good few more coasters, so it'll be good to get, like say, back on the coasters that we went on last time, Manta and Kraken.
Yeah,
Manta.
Manta and Kraken, the ones what were there last time. But we have had 3 new additions. Now I know I have seen Mako, so I did know there were that one there, but I wasn't aware that there was 2 other ones, which is Icebreaker and Pipeline the Surf Coaster. So definitely a lot of coasters to get on, and also to get back on Manta and Kraken for re-rides, because I think they were pretty big coasters actually last time. So I know I believe Mako's a pretty big coaster as well at SeaWorld. So they have actually got quite some intense thrill coasters there, haven't they?
Yeah, and that's so it's definitely good, definitely something to look forward to. Lots of new attractions coming up on the channel, and and like you say, we didn't even go to one of the SeaWorld parks last time, Busch Gardens. So if that's got loads of extra ones, because that's supposed to be pretty big anyway.
Yeah.
So SeaWorld looks like it's very exciting to get to SeaWorld and get on all these new rides.
And at SeaWorld as well, there's all the shows of all the different animals they have there. So not just sort of like the theme park itself to get to, but also the other part of the park, which is basically all these different animals like whales and all sorts. It'll be good to get back to SeaWorld. Part number 10 then, it's one that we've not done before, and it is Busch Gardens Tampa. So we didn't actually get to this one last time on our trip, did we?
We did not, but just looking at it now, the sheer amount of thrill rides that are here,
There's a lot.
There's a lot to get on.
There's a lot. So we've got Iron Gwazi, we've got Tigress, Cobra's Curse, Cheetah Hunt, Shikra. Now I am looking forward to Shikra because it's a dive coaster, and the only dive coaster I've been on is Oblivion, and basically you just queue for the drop, whereas with this one there's a lot that happens after it as well. So definitely looking forward to getting on that. There's Montu as well, Cumber. There's loads basically. There's loads of rides to get on. And it is home to Falcon's Fury, which is an extremely high drop tower that does, when you're at the top, basically tilts you down so you're looking towards the floor as it drops you. And what was you just saying, Maze? It's like double.
We have just looked, and it's pretty much just about double the height of Apocalypse at Drayton Manor when it used to be there. So that is pretty high. So it does actually say it's temporarily closed at the moment, but hopefully it's going to be open when we go, because even though I may actually pass out on that ride, I will definitely be getting on it if I can. It'll definitely get the adrenaline pumping, I'd say, that one. So hopefully it is open. And we can try and see if we can get a mist on it as well. Maybe
probably not on that one.
Maybe with a bit of encouragement.
But
might be able to.
There is another flat ride which has actually just opened. It's saying, which is the Flyer sort of ride, which is basically a huge swing, in a way. So that's just opened as well. So that'll be good to get on, as well as literally all those coasters. Like we could possibly, definitely do 2 days at this one, I reckon. Just for re-rides, if anything. Like if we do actually get on everything in the day, like just to re-ride all those coasters, there's a lot to get on. So another one which I'm probably most looking forward to as well out of the whole trip. The 11th park then we are going to be visiting, and it is the third water park. The final water park we're going to be getting to is Aquatica. So that will finish off SeaWorld for us as well. But didn't go to this one either, actually. So this is going to be all new for us, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, and I think it definitely will be nice after that intense riding we've just done to just come in a bit more of a chilled out experience. Well, I hope so, unless there's some huge water slides here that are going to be like.
Yeah, I mean, I've just got the attractions list up here because I'm not really sure what's at this park, mainly because basically we haven't been. But there definitely looks like there is a fair few major slides and attractions there. So looks like there's a capsule one as well there, and I'm not really a fan of those capsule ones.
Well, yeah, I don't think we don't have a capsule one, have we?
Well, no.
No, I've not been
For
on a
reasons
capsule.
why.
However, we might have to get on this capsule, even though it is a bit scary, because yeah, you just don't trust the floor. I think that's what it is when you're getting in. But hopefully we can get on that capsule, or I can get on that capsule at least, and actually have experienced one.
That basically concludes Universal, Disney, and SeaWorld. So we've got them parks as well as the water parks. And now finally moving on, we've got our 12th park visit, which is going to be Gatorland, which actually, with the tickets, we managed, they was actually thrown in and included, wasn't they?
Yeah, some free Gatorland tickets, everyone, so...
Yeah, so I've got to get to it, basically.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing at Gatorland, just by going over and looking at it, there's a lot of crocodiles and alligators there, isn't there?
Yeah, it sounds about right, that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so
You'd
hopefully...
be disappointed if there wasn't any gators there, to be fair.
Yeah.
But I think you can actually, like, get up close with the alligators as well and, like, feed them. So that'll be a new experience.
Yeah, well...
Can't say I've ever fed an alligator before.
It definitely will be a new experience, and, you know, hopefully we can survive that experience. It seems like a very scary experience, because when you think of, like, crocodiles and alligators, you just think of them attacking you, to be honest. You think that's something that they would do. So, obviously... they're not going to do that. Well, we hope not, anyway.
Hope not.
Hopefully we can give them some nice meat, or whatever it is that they eat, and then...
So that should be a chilled out day as well. Like, obviously, from the theme parks, going around all the different rides and queuing and stuff, that should be a nice chilled out end to basically the trip. And that is a 12th park. So they're all 12 parks. Like I said, it would have been 13 if all the water parks was open. But unfortunately, when sort of one closes, the other one goes down for refurbishment. Obviously, if it is needed, because Typhoon Lagoon at the beginning of the year was closed, Blizzard Beach was open, and then they basically swapped around. So now Typhoon Lagoon reopened after its refurbishment, and Blizzard Beach closed for their refurbishment. But yeah, it's going to be a good trip, isn't it, to be fair?
It's definitely going to be good. And
so we go next
all
week.
These rides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next week. Very, very close now. A lot of you would have already known we're going because of basically on the vlogs I've been sort of putting at the end of the vlogs. I've been saying the trip, but not like all the trip.
We've been dropping hints and stuff.
Dropping hints, but we've not actually done a
Stay
full rundown.
Yeah.
So basically that was what this video was for the whole rundown and to give you an overview of the trip all in all. And there will be a first ever travel vlog coming up on Miss Vlogs.
Oh, confirmed. Travel vlog. He's just
first ever travel vlog.
Yeah.
So we're be able to show basically our journey there as well as getting loads of food, won't we, Maze?
Oh yeah, we'll definitely be getting the goodies in, especially for the plane and that.
Definitely.
A very long plane ride, but at the end of it, look what we've got at the end of it. It's definitely worth it, I'd say.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is this video then. It is going to be our biggest ever theme park trip. So definitely hit the subscribe button and drop the video a like if you're excited for this trip. I know we are. Definitely.
I definitely am excited for this trip. And obviously you want to see every single one of these videos going live, so don't forget to hit that bell notification as well.
That's it, so you're notified every time we upload. like I say, that is this video done now. The next video will be the travel vlog and basically filming our trip to Orlando, Florida. So stay tuned for that. But as always, thank you all so very much for watching, and we'll see you all in the travel vlog.
In the next one.
In the next one.